Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the 6th Gen Slasher Spectacular. Today, we will be continuing our rankings of games from the 6th generation of consoles that involve hacking, slashing, and brawling. Let's take a look at our current list. It begins with Maximo Ghosts to Glory at the top, followed by Devil May Cry and Onimusha. All three games produced by Capcom. At the bottom of the list currently is Oni by Bungie and Rockstar, followed by the adaptation of Blade 2, followed by the barely playable The Bouncer. Not barely playable because the combat's bad, which it is, barely playable because there's barely any gameplay. Today, we will be adding a handful of additional games to the list, starting with Yuke's and... Who published this? Eidos. Interesting. Yuke's and Eidos's Eve of Extinction. I assume Eidos did not publish this in Japan. In the US, though, at least. Published by Eidos. Let's do a fresh boot. Okay. Actually, let me hold on 1 second. Can't do that. All right, never mind. We won't worry about it. Okay. Yuke's better known, especially outside of Japan, for making wrestling games. Wisdom is making a unique new weapon, hiding behind the guise of science. I don't know if you've heard this plot before, tell me about it. Legacy, that's the new weapon. A fusion of ancient metal and human nervous system. It turns out that this corporation is in fact evil and wants world domination. Again, who would have guessed? Wisdom employee Josh Calloway and his girlfriend Ilil uncover the plot. They fail. My girlfriend has become a weapon of mass destruction.
In the sky with you? How romantic. What's next?
Don't worry. You'll have a real date soon enough. A date with your girlfriend. Or maybe I should say, with the legacy.
Give me a break.
Don't be angry. All this has been planned from the start.
What are you?
Your research at Wisdom Incorporated, even meeting that woman, it was all planned so that the legacy could be born. What's happening?
We're losing altitude. 170 meters. 160.
Damn it! We're carrying the EOE.
Elio.
Eastern seaboard of the United States. An unidentified malfunction caused our helicopter to crash. That's our girlfriend right there. She's now an orange sword, unfortunately. There she is.
What Why don't you come back with us?
Forget it!
Yeah, sorry we can't be part of your plans for world domination. Is now a good time to talk about that retirement plan?
Take this instead!
I'm unclear how she has a physical form as well. I've never got far enough to actually understand that part. So, yeah. So yeah, we have these basic attacks on the cross button and circle button. And we can switch to having punches if we so desire. I don't know why we would desire that. And we can switch to having this thing here instead. And this thing can make us do, what is it? Do I hit it twice? Okay, I might, okay. If I hit that, and then that, I don't know. I might not be able to do it yet. This is a way I can do like a super jump. But, the game hasn't told me about that yet, so maybe it won't let me do it. Voila. Victory. Now I have my sword again. And I have a block button. And this button moves my camera around. No second analogs to control in this one.
This reminds me of...
We're going back in time to that time the helicopter crashed. I didn't notice what date the events that just happened occurred on to know how far in the future that is. I'm gonna assume at least a couple days, but potentially months or years.
Help me,
I don't
Josh!
know.
Elio!
My girlfriend's been captured by that dude. Now I'm getting shot.
Surrender peacefully, Calloway.
Press circle button.
Give me a break!
Ow. I keep wanting to hit square button to attack or the triangle button, since, you know, those are the buttons one would hit to attack in most PS2 games. But those are not the attack buttons. It is, as I said, circle and cross in this one. Which makes the whole thing, oh, the camera's not very good in this game. In fact, I would say the camera's pretty terrible. Oh. Hit cross button. Hit circle button.
Out of the way! Yeah! Oh.
Like I'm playing at Shenmue here. Hit square button.
Josh, hurry! He already left the room. He went out the
I'm
exit.
coming,
Press the R2 button to face directly forward.
right, no, I gotcha. I'm coming, Sword, who used to be my girlfriend.
You'll need a card key to get through here.
Okay, I'll go this way to see if I can get a card key
The
to
agent
rescue
is
you.
trying to escape to the outside. Climb up the pole at the center of the lift.
I jumped too far and got hurt.
With your back to the red container, press the attack button to do a backflip. Press the jump button to grab the ledge. Press the jump button again to pull yourself up. Go up that ladder. The agent is in a room just ahead of you. Hurry.
I'm coming, Sword, girlfriend.
To activate a switch, hit the button or get close to it and press the action button.
Action button, huh? This one? Okay. X button.
Elio!
Josh, look behind you!
I see. They want to play dirty, huh? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Weapon crystals are already inserted in the legacy. The sword and rod.
Thanks.
There's another ancient hiding in the next room. The enemies with items are marked. Look carefully.
Mark, look carefully. What am I... How? Like, the fact that he has a red triangle over his head? Is that what they mean by mark?
Josh, pick up the car key.
We did it.
Remember that previously locked shutter?
I do.
Try going back there.
I'll head there now, sword girlfriend. Ow.
Equip the rod and press the action button to jump. While in midair, switch to your bare hands to grab the ledge.
Okay. Kind of. Okay. Sorry. Hit that. No. I'm slightly confused. Oh. Okay, that's a different button than the other time you told me to hit the action button, but alright.
The action button also pulls you up.
I'm very confused about which buttons are which button. I'm hitting multiple different buttons that you keep just saying the action button.
Lacey, collect 2 to power up the legacy.
Oops.
One more lace seed and the sword is ready for a legacy drive attack.
Just the sword, not the rod.
Hold down the L2 button to lock onto the closest target. In the middle of an attack, switch to a different weapon to produce a special combo attack.
Controls in this game are just weird.
Try grabbing onto the pipe that runs across the ceiling to get to the other side.
I think if I call her Ellie instead of
Use the
Allele,
rod
she'd
jump
be
and switch to
angry.
your bare hands to grab onto the pipe.
I think I missed.
Use your left analog stick to move sideways. To release your hold, press the L2 button.
Okay, done.
Now the sword is ready for a legacy drive. Here goes. Legacy drive. Trace the pattern on screen with the right analog stick. Trace the pattern on screen with the right
I
analog stick.
tried, it didn't do anything.
Calm down.
You want me to go down and then there we go. Okay. Alright, success.
A branch office of wisdom. Let's go in.
Okay.
They just shut down the power to the building.
Clearly, we'll turn the power back on with our powerful, Yuke. You're the power. You are the legacy.
No, it won't open. What can we do?
I would suggest using your mighty powers. because you are a very powerful weapon who is going to help the world be under the control of wisdom. So clearly, you should be able to open a door. You know, if you can't do that, then how are you supposed to help wisdom take over the world, you know?
That is a data module for your PDA. Confirm the content of the module via the menu screen.
No thanks.
Josh, this is a... I see. I think this powers up the building.
Well,
There must be a way.
well, let's first work on killing these guys trying to kill us. Hold on. Dude.
I got it. We'll just apply the power ourselves.
Okay. I'm gonna assume we need more lazies to do that.
Seems like an entrance to a subway.
Now, if I am just holding this down and not doing anything else, is that a block? Let's see. Yes. I wonder if there's any way to adjust the controls. Make them less shit. Hey look, there is. This is great news. Okay. Let's make attack A square, attack B triangle, jump can be... Yep, okay. Nope, we have this exactly how we want now. Okay. Okay. I feel like we're gonna do much better. You know, this was early PS2 still. They hadn't yet figured out entirely what the default controls for a lot of this stuff were going to be. Wow. Why are you... Stop. You need to stop running away. Jeez, Agent Delta here. Far more powerful than any other agents we've fought before. Just think if all the agents were as good as Agent Delta there. Agent Alpha, on the other hand, he seems not especially effective. Agent Beta here also, not comparable to Agent Delta. You know, I thought one of these might have more health, but, nope, they did not. Okay. You've been grabbed. Imagine you had one chance to make like a full-blooded, you know, real video game. And you made this, and then had to spend the next 25 years making wrestling games to atone. That is the story of Yuke's. It's a tragic story, I know.
This is a ley line. You can replenish your health and your concentration energy.
Thanks. Good to know. Except I knew that already, because I've played at least a portion of this game before. Yeah, the secret is I already knew everything they're telling me, because I've already played this game. I'm just, you know, pretending. Come on, dude. Agent Gammy here, he's got some blocking capabilities. I was like, this is our idea for a great video game. It's about a lady who's also a sword. Capcom's going to be inspired by this and use it as the basis for the Bionic Commando reboot in about 15 years. So it's going to be a great idea. It will work really well for both us and for Capcom when they try it.
Weapon level increases by accumulating fighting experience with successful hits.
Thanks.
Josh, a key.
Time to move on to our rod and level it
On a
up.
door somewhere. The ticket gate is shut too.
If you are
So
wondering
is this
why
key. It's open,
I
let's go.
was continuing to fight those enemies with seemingly no reason to do so, was because I was attempting to level up my weapons. And so, no, hold on. It was a big red button.
Seems like
I
it
needed
opened a
to
door somewhere.
ensure that I pushed it. The real lack of combos in this game. Like, it feels like I'm doing the same 2 or 3 hits over and over repeatedly, and I don't see any other option, really.
Don't go onto the rail track, it's dangerous.
You don't say. I mean, I'm not 5 years old. I know that a rail track is dangerous, but I guess thanks for telling me. I would have assumed the rail track is dangerous. I mean, I guess in some games they let you just walk on the rail track, so I guess fine. I'll accept that as a valid piece of advice. Wonder if there's like hidden stuff on the other down the rail track. Like, what if I ignored her and went on it? It's not. I don't want to have to redo anything. I don't remember what the checkpoint system in this game's like. So, we're gonna move on. Sorry guys, I don't think I can get over to you. I'm gonna have to go around, then we can fight later. There we go, I made it. Ow. Okay. Are these important buttons to press? Oh, interesting. Okay.
I think there's a switch for the shutter right by the ticket gate.
Yep, I know. I'm hitting them. I literally just hit them. Okay. But can't we... Or is this where we came from? No, right? This is... I found a lace seed.
Gosh, there it is. A lace seed. To use the rod's legacy drive, we need one more lace seed.
I'll go look for that lace seed. My mistress.
There's a lace seed on the rooftop. We need to find a way to get up there.
Well, that's very high. Okay. It's gonna require some effort. You know, this game, it functions. It works as advertised. I don't know how high of praise that is, but compared to some of the other games we've looked at, which have not even managed that, I guess it's better than them. But it's just exceptionally boring. And the combat just is stupid simple in a way that is somewhat shocking. I see a ladder there to the side. We'll use that in a moment. Let's see what else is down here on the ground level first. See if we can... Okay, there's another ladder. Let's go up this one first. What button was it you wanted me to press to go up the ladder? Was it this button? Nope. Was it this button? Nope. One of these buttons... Oh, I know. I have to not be holding the... What if I jump? Okay. This game's controls are so dumb. You know, I guess I could use my fists for a bit. They're lower level than everything else because I haven't used them a lot. Why am I up here? Oh, this seems bad. I've made poor decisions. I made very poor decisions there. Continue, yes. Ah, that's what the continue system looks like.
There's a lace seed on the rooftop.
Yep, I see it.
We need to find a way to get up there.
Hold on, I need to fight this dude again because I jumped off a roof. It was very silly of me. That was not the game's fault. That was me. Just to be clear, I did something very silly. I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna use my rod and do a big jump, and then I just didn't. I don't know why. I just didn't. That was what I was thinking I was gonna do, and for some reason, this is not the button I pressed. Alright, let's go, nope. 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 Okay. We're gonna go up the really, really tall ladder this time. Where was the seed I'm
I think
trying
we
to
can
do?
jump across to the next building. Let's give it a try.
This time. Oh, you're saying to jump over here? Okay. Alright, that was... Oh, we need to do the thingy. Nope, wrong one. This is just such a ridiculous...
We need to come up with something before we can make the jump. Josh, maybe we can use this crane.
You want me to walk along this crane with these controls? We're gonna die. There's a 0% chance. Ooh, look, I found a dude trying to attack us. Well, we're gonna ignore him. Nope. Turn camera.
Maybe we can lower its arm to get it closer to the other side.
Ow.
Try breaking the strut that holds up the crane.
Try breaking the strut that hold...
Now I think we're a bit closer to the building. Use the rod to jump across.
This is suicide. These controls are not designed for this. See? Told you. Suicide. You've now seen exactly how far I've gotten in this game. I have, in fact, never beaten this part because every time I get to this part, I'm like, fuck this game, and it's shitty platforming. And I move on with my life.
There's a lay seat on the rooftop.
So we're going to give it one more try, and if we fail, that's what we're going to do again. Because this game wants you to do some real shitty instant death platforming, and it is not really something it should be asking you to do. Like, its controls are nowhere near good enough. I decided to first go up here again and see if there's anything of note on this side that can help us. That what I was trying to do before? Hold on, I need my... Is this suicide? It feels like suicide. We should not do that. What if we go this way? Can we get up here? No. Okay. Well, that was fun. Was the ladder? Oh man, this is unfortunate.
I think we can jump across to the next building. Let's give it a try.
No, I don't think we can jump, but... Hold on. Okay. We made it back. I wonder how high we're gonna try this. This is gonna be nope. Oh well. I tried. Let's go heal. We can make it over this jump. We are gonna go heal. God damn this game. Turn the camera. Why does this game suck so much? Like, the combat is just boring, but the platforming here is truly something awful. If you took out these platforming segments, I feel like I'd probably rate this game, you know, not high, but nowhere near as low as it's going to end up ranking right now dealing with this platforming. You know, I feel like there's a whole component of this we haven't even seen yet because we haven't used that purple bar at all. You know, so clearly
We need to come up with something before we can make the jump. Now I think we're a bit closer to the building. Use the rod to jump across.
I'm trying. I'm gonna try. You know what, let's put my hands on here in case we fall. Maybe he'll be kind enough to grab on. Can I use, good. I'm gonna use the D-pad here. It allows me to move very slowly and surely. Okay. Okay, we're alive. Now what? Fuck me. This is my only option I'm seeing. Okay, this is what I was trying to get up to before. Nope, nope, nope. Fuck this game. That's Eve of Extinction. No, we are not saving a save state. We are gonna just quit this damn thing because it's terrible. That's Eve of Extinction. LaunchOne says it rated no stars from no votes. So we're gonna give it our vote of 1.5 stars. This may be a bit harsh. We're gonna give it 2 stars. Let's look at our rankings. Currently, Oni sits at the bottom of our list. And as bad as the platforming there was, nothing that I just did is in any way comparable to the absolute and incredible awfulness that is Oni. So, it's better than Oni. Blade 2. Also, terrible, terrible combat. Like, just terrible everything. Here, like, at its core, the combat, so far at least, very simplistic. Again, I feel like there is a component to it we have not even yet we were not even able to engage with. It's not our fault. We tried, but the platforming's too bad to get past. So that puts this game incredibly low on the list, mind you. But I think it's going to be a step above Blade 2. The Bouncer. There was nothing wrong with the controls of the Bouncer. It was just 70% cutscenes. Does that make this game worse than the Bouncer or better? I will say that I would much rather play Warriors of Might and Magic. So it is going no higher than position number 11, but I think I'm actually going to put it beneath the Bouncer. I think the Bouncer, despite its lack of gameplay, is the better game. So we have Eve of Extinction as our new number 12, EOE, as it says on the box. Means it's time to move on to our next game. This one's also not going to be a great one. This is the next effort from 3DO, who made Warriors of Might and Magic. It is Godai Elemental Force. Where are you, Godai? I put enough effort into this to ensure that it runs, and then I stopped. So I'm familiar with this game. I have played it. Hold on one second. We're gonna do this slightly differently. So I can move this over here. And then we're going to launch this from here.
3DO.
3DO. He who controls the elements controls the world. Chi. Oh, no voice acting, huh? A prince is born to the king and queen. The king is the keeper of the elemental spirit, protector of the 5 elements. There are dark forces who lust for power. Who would have guessed? Ka, fire. I'm gonna assume that was my father. That I am the little boy. But I could be mistaken here. Fu, wind. This wind warrior has rescued me from the clutches of that villain. "20 years later, darkness fills the land. It's because my father was murdered by an evil samurai. This is my training montage as I learn how to be the elemental warrior. Godai.
None shall pass.
I'll pass. What do I got here? We've got some attacks we've used here. We got some stuff up there. Unfortunately, this game did not have a 16:9 widescreen patch that we could apply, so this one is not going to run in widescreen. Happens. Alright, what do we got here? We've got a very high jump. Like an insanely high jump. I don't know what that did, but...
What's this do?
That's what I was hoping you were going to tell me. You're the hero. Yeah, I can basically fly. This gives me like a... This is like a dash of some sort, it seems, almost. This is definitely a dash. And this is just an attack. And I'm going to assume the shoulder buttons or triggers do something with the items I have in the bottom right-hand corner.
He's in the trees! Get him! Shall die here.
This might be a block button, maybe? Was that a block? Okay. Right bumper, definitely. Yes, you have like a random like thing here. Here, I'll. Oh, I just died. Oh, and now I'm back. This is... This is a very strange game. I got it. There seems to be no way to adjust the camera in any way, shape, or form here. Okay.
Koreda! Modoru. No questions here.
The controls here are once again nonsense.
They must underestimate me. What the?
I sense our element is weak in you. Come on!
I also need to note that for a game that is set in Japan and seems to be very much about Buddhist philosophies, 3DO is an American company, and this game was made, to my knowledge, in America. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about all of the cultural appropriation going on here. Guess I don't need any of this stuff. Hi, Diggs in chat.
What the?
Ah, fresh meat!
I wish I had any control whatsoever over the camera here.
Die!
That does it.
Die!
Alright, I've destroyed whatever those things were. Boy. You know, I was gonna destroy these things, but I'm not sure that I can. Let's try it. Yep. Nope, they can in fact be destroyed. Though somehow they still shoot their mist after being destroyed. .3DO was on the verge of bankruptcy and closing down entirely when this game came out, and you can tell this is rough. Like, Warriors of Might and Magic was a significantly better game than this. I mean, to be fair, Might and Magic was a major series of theirs, so I'm sure they put more budget into that.
This doesn't look good. That's better.
Ow. I believe the odd-looking shadows, for anyone wondering, is an emulation issue. I do not believe the shadows were quite this messed up in the original game. Is this something we want?
Not like I need it.
I don't know what it was, so I guess I don't know if I needed it. Did I? Now I suddenly have weapons. I don't know where those came from. But I guess thank you for the weapons. I guess I have 36 hits with the weapons. Please continue throwing these things at me. That's a very effective form of attack. I feel very wounded from them.
A trap!
Is it? Got even more weapons now.
What the?
Hello, undead creatures. Do you think you could come to me by any chance? There seems to be an issue with the environment out here that makes it very toxic to me.
You know it.
Nope, I'm trying to destroy this thing first, then we're gonna destroy this dude. And I think, yeah. Only I could at all see what I was doing.
I need it.
Nope, I have no idea if I need it. Again,
Stop him!
I have no idea what that does for me. So I cannot for the life of me tell you if I need it or not, because I don't know its purpose. So I may pass now that I've killed you. Understood. Like, I don't think you have much say in the matter anymore now. Because, you know, I killed you. Alright, we... No. Guess we'll move on. Still have no idea, like, I don't know what this does either.
Is that all you got?
That seems to be a taunt. I have a sword.
Get him!
Does this, by any chance, repair my weapon? It sure does. Okay. Good to know.
This is it.
You are no master!
No, I'm pretty sure I look to be a master. I mean, you're dead, and I'm not, so...
Alert the others!
Okay, we'll just continue on.
Attack!
Not like I need it.
It's an extra life. I'm trying to, you know what? Fuck. Okay, hold on. We need to go. And I think this will. What I was looking for. We need to. I was gonna say we need to find another thing to repair my sword with. But we have succeeded. Okay, for some reason we can't go up from here now. Where are we supposed to
good.
You are no match for our element. Your death is at hand.
Okay. Hold on, we need to up. Get out of the way of this thing. Hold on, I need to go repair my sword. Or I guess I could switch to these things. Or I have no choice and I have to go through here. Okay. Thanks. Wind 1 complete. Save and continue. I have the Yuga. Shuriken and smoke. Continue. Perhaps water is bested by wind. A crank that went way too quickly. I have no idea what that said. That's what I get for turning on the super fast load time option.
Correda! Ha! Ah! Ooh!
Me.
Ha! Ooh! Ha! 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 Alert the others!
I made it. Good try, though.
Seal the gate.
Which way?
Ha! Ha! Look back. Check it out. Shall die here. Ooh. Ha! Ah! Ha! Ooh. Ha! Ah!
Oh, that game just, like, literally broke there. Like, look at what is happening here. What is going on? Yeah, the game is, like, literally breaking before our eyes. Cannot explain what happened there.
Get him!
Okay.
You are no master.
They tell me so.
Pull!
Well, if I am no master, neither are you, because you're dead. Grab some of this, grab some of this. Okay. Great. Seems very fun. I'll just wait here. No problem. What the... What does this game want me to do?
You are no match for our element. Pull! Attack!
Oh! Excuse me, sorry.
Not like I need it. Ha! What the?
There he is.
Ha! That's better.
This is great. This is it. I think I might have all of the weapons I can have right now. Yeah. How do I even, like... Oh, okay. I don't even know how to select one of the other weapons that I have. I also have no idea where to go from here. Like... Okay, let's just walk.
Is that all you got?
Wind!
Why do these enemies just...
Alert the others! None shall pass.
There we go. Can I go back and get that other weapon now? The game let me do that? My guess is that it's decided that weapon no longer exists, but no? Okay. But I still can't get it. Does that mean I have it already? Is that what, this is? Okay, I already have one. Seems like a pretty good weapon.
This doesn't look good.
You're
Doesn't it?
in bad hands.
Goodbye. Are you gonna come back? Okay, we'll come down and fight you first. Well, great. Now I'm just stuck. I'm literally entirely stuck. Cannot move. Well, at least hopefully this guy will kill me, and then maybe when I resurrect, I'll be able to move again. There goes my extra life that I had gotten. Thanks, game. Great, I'm immortal too. It's good news. Alright. In that case, never mind. We are done playing Godai. We don't need to save the state. We're never going to resume. Nope. 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 Should be this one. Why are you not appearing? Oh, I know. Because I don't actually have it up. There we go. Okay. So. Well, we need to scroll down. This is clearly going to be closer to the bottom than the top. Ooh, boy, this is a bad one. This was... So, one, there's virtually no tutorial or explanation whatsoever about how to actually play this game. That's pretty noteworthy in and of itself, right? I assume I get elemental powers at some point. Like, I appear to have a magic bar, again, in this one that I didn't ever get to use. But the combat, again, awful. Platforming, I guess, better than in EOE, if only because I could basically fly. But the lack of any camera control and the awful visuals, the cultural appropriation of the whole concept, like a lot of it rubs me the wrong way that way. And yeah, just combined with the really bad combat makes this quite bad. Quite bad. All that said, I'd still rather play this for the rest of my life than Oni. So it's gonna at least be above Oni, but I think that's it. I think the only thing that is going to be worse than this is Oni. I think this is our new number 14, Godai. All right. These are going quickly today because these games are awful and unplayable. All right, let's move on. Next up, we have our first GameCube game. This is exciting. This is Hunter the Reckoning. This was also released on the Xbox, and not on the PlayStation 2 for some reason. That's the weird part of it. But yeah, an Xbox and a PlayStation, or sorry, Xbox and GameCube game, which is a weird combination, right? All right, let me switch the capture over to GameCube. Great. Okay. Put you down here, put you up here. Make you slightly larger. Oops. It's only resized itself on me. Okay. Does not look like I have a wide screen. Why does this keep changing its size on me every time? We'll let it get to the actual game part before we... Okay, that's a little too big. Let's shrink you down a little now. Okay. Look at our options menu first here. Nothing we can do to... Alright. Gameplay options. Rumble's on, blood's on, friendly fire. That's cool. And control options. We have move on left stick, we have aim on right stick, we have A for action, B for cycle special, X for cycle basic, L for jump, R for attack, Z also for attack. Okay, let's give it a shot, see how that feels. Who do we want to play as? That's a weird looking character. Very low strength, high speed, and low accuracy. I don't think I like that. This person has a sword, medium speed. This person has very low speed. This person has... She has the second highest speed. She's pretty evenly split. Her accuracy is slightly higher. Other than that, she has 2 of everything. This person has a bit more strength and lower conviction. This person has higher conviction and slightly lower strength and speed. Let's go with her. So this is like a top-down shooter of sorts.
Last year, convicted serial killer Nathaniel Arcady was scheduled to die by electrocution. Things did not go according to plan. They call this the imbuing. When everything you've ever known becomes a lie. The secret is laid bare, and the truth is revealed. There it stands in all its unholy glory, evil personified and presented for hideous edification. Monsters exist, and they are everywhere. Of all the people present that day, only the 4 of us could see. See the guards for the monsters they were, and see the dead rise from the depths of Ashcroft Prison to take their revenge. In the end, we managed to push the creatures back and finally lock them away in the prison. No one would ever have to disturb them again. Or so we hoped. anniversary of Nathaniel Arcady's execution, the spirits were reawakened. No longer content to stay within the walls of Ashcroft, this time they unleashed their anger and hatred against the entire town. And so, we've come back, just as we promised. Back to where it all began, and our lives ended. We hunt.
All right. So, Hunter the Reckoning is a component of the World of Darkness setting for the tabletop RPG games, such as Hunter the Reckoning, but also including Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf. What's the subtitle of Werewolf? I don't remember the subtitle of Werewolf, but it has one too. As well as several others. There's one part of it with there's mummies, and there's definitely like some sort of like alchemist type thing. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different World of Darkness tabletop role-playing games, and it's Werewolf the Apocalypse. Might be that. All right. We're going to attempt one more time to resize this so I can see everything. Hopefully this will not change itself again. Alright. And also, is this... Not quite. Alright, hold on. We're just going to deal with it, I think. We've got the A button. And, alright, we've got the attack button here. It is, so you can see all of the buttons. And we've got the jump button here. You can zoom in and out. We're going to stick with the sword for the time being. So this is like, yeah, sort of a top-down-y... I don't want to call it a dual joystick shooter, but it does have some of those elements, I guess. What has happened? Oh, it's telling me he's going to thank me for saving him.
Thanks for the hand. Don't know how much good it'll do, though. Those riots may have quieted down since last night, but that rail's the only way out of this town, and it's not going nowhere.
What do you need to clear the track?
Me? It's gonna take damn near 50 people working non-stop to get this thing going. If you can find me some help, it'll go faster.
I'll do what I can.
You people lost your minds?
Anyway, so the World of Darkness is a world, as they explained here, where monsters exist, and humans are the bottom of the food chain against them, and the hunters hunt various monsters like werewolves and vampires, and in this case, the undead zombie-like creatures here. Oh, sorry, you're not an enemy, you're a friend. Did I not see another weapon back here? I guess not. Hello. I don't know if there's any experience system or anything here. We'll go with this. So Vampire the Masquerade is probably the most well-known and longest running of the World of Darkness role-playing games, and it sees you playing as the vampires who, you know, remain hidden and unknown to most humans, but exist within society secretly, you know, in the shadows, essentially. I saved her. Sorry. Looks like a her, actually.
What the hell is wrong with you people? You stay away from me. Kaylee? Kaylee! There's a little girl I was watching. I need to get her to the church.
I'll find her, I promise. Now go.
Please don't kill me.
But vampires in this world are not, like, super, I guess, durable, and they're very low in number. So their primary focus is, like I said, on hiding in plain sight, and then basically affecting the course of history from the shadows. They are not going to come out fighting unless there is no choice. There are, like, elder vampires that are physically significantly more powerful, mind you, and all vampires have a degree of magical capability that makes them, you know, far more capable than the average human being. But again, unless we're talking about, like, an elder vampire, a vampire in the World of Darkness is not going to come anywhere close to the physical capabilities of, say, a werewolf. And elder vampires, being like direct descendants of Dracula or something to that effect, are not people that can can't make more of them. Once they're gone, they're gone. And the elder vampires will head some of the clans, and vampires are split into different clans with different sets of capabilities that in the game basically serve as like different classes. Whereas like werewolves are split into tribes that likewise have different class capabilities depending on which tribe you're a part of. And Hunter here, as you can see, has different classes of Hunter that have different capabilities as well. In the games, there's role-playing elements, so there's a lot of moral choices. That's one of the key, I think, one of the key defining characteristics of the World of Darkness is its very complex moral situation where, you know, you're playing as a monster. No matter, unless you're playing Hunter, you're playing as a monster of some sort. And so, not all humans are good, not all monsters are bad. Oh, there goes all my ammo. There are a lot of these guys. Like I said, I don't know that there's any sort of element of leveling up and gaining power here. I don't know if there's any character progression. And so I don't know that there's any reason to engage these guys if you don't have to. Like, my goal here is to, as you saw there, to rescue these innocent people and see if I can get them to help repair the train. So we need to be far away from that when that explodes. You know? There we go. Is another innocent saved? Oh, these guys suck. Those guys explode. They're not very good. Are you telling me that right here so that I know to go here and pick up this shotgun? And this shotgun, in fact.
They're gonna kill me!
What is... Still have no idea what... I meant to do on these. Who knows? Alright. Whoops. There's another person. Oh, I already have full ammo for this. I guess we'll switch to that then. So part of the reason I chose to play the GameCube version of this here is because sequels to this game were released for the Xbox and the PlayStation 2, but not for the GameCube. And both Xbox and PS2 had their own exclusive games that were released as follow-ups. They're not the same game. We'll be looking at those in the future when we get to there. But GameCube, this was the only Hunter game released. I thought, since we are going to look at the Xbox and PS2 versions of the others, because we don't have a choice. Jesus. I think I got them all. It seems that fence is bulletproof. Again, very nice if I could do something with that. But maybe that's meant to be one of those objective ones. They said only works once I have completed my objectives, but I did just complete my objective. Well, I guess I didn't rescue the girl that other lady was talking about yet, so maybe that's... Maybe these will work once I've done that. I don't think that this emulator usually doesn't have frame rate issues on my computer, so I'm guessing that this game actually caused some slowdown on the good old GameCube. Which I guess probably explains why they didn't do a PS2 version. Even the GameCube could barely handle it, then how the hell was a PS2 supposed to handle it? Those guys are very, very powerful, and we should not fight them. We're just gonna go rescue some more people. Whoops.
This whole town's gone crazy.
Saved another innocent. This is not good at all. How do I use this actually like this? So, my class has the ability to heal itself, like so. Fuck. The somehow the analog sticks are reading as inverted to what they actually are, which is very hard in a game like this to grasp. That's what I said at the beginning. Oh, I'll try to change it, but I didn't feel like actually changing it. But yeah, makes it difficult to a dual joystick shooter when the analog sticks are not aiming in the direction you expect them to. All right. We've made it to the end of the level. Use your melee weapon to keep gargoyles at bay. Oh, this is too hard to do like this. Hold on. Hold on, guys. We not... Okay. Hold on just for a second. We're going to pause. I'm going to see if I can somehow manage to... see where the issue is. We want this to be like this and this to be like this. Okay. Let's see if that fixes it. Nope. Hold on just for a moment. Do-do-do. Why is... Why? Right, let us... No way to change it that way. Okay. Oh, let's see if I can remember. One of these should save the state instead, but let's just close the emulation for a moment and see if we run it this way. This fixes it. Alright, where were we? I guess we can change characters now. Let's try being this guy instead. See how different his capabilities are. Alright. He also has a sword. The good news is that the analog stick seems to be fixed. What does this do? Pretty nice. Okay. Do it again. Okay. Now that we can do a bit of dual analoging, this should hopefully be a more effective approach. Since I can now theoretically, you know, walk in one direction and shoot in another. How this game is meant to be played, but is not how we've been able to play it thus far. Well, I'm sad I don't have a healing ability. This power that I do have is pretty useful. And kill that gargoyle nice and easily. We need to get back to my sword. It said to use melee against the gargoyles. The game's advice was correct. Melee was effective against the gargoyle. Okay. Were we successful? Are they all dead? Nope. You know, if the enemies spawned, okay. Gonna say. I have no idea where the missing enemies are. I feel like I've killed everyone.
God, help me.
In this universe, God is a vampire. they have crossbow clips these days? Is this a thing that really exists? This is not good. I need to... What if... Okay, I got a plan. I'm gonna try to stand here, see if we can hit them both with that. That worked. Jesus, that guy's powerful. Let's, run out of juice for my magic, and so I must now shoot this guy, which seems to do no damage whatsoever. Okay. Also seems to barely do any damage, but it does a little. Did it? Then I think the game... No. Okay. I was going to say, did the game crash? No. It's just loading its cutscene.
This is Kaylee. Get her to the church. Her parents are waiting. Typical. I try to help you, and this is the thanks I get. You think I can't see you shaking at the other end of that barrel? Do you think I don't know that your brain is trying to process the horrible fact that, oh my God, it talks? And if it talks, it thinks. And you can't stand that, can you? When are you going to learn that you're not hunters? You're sheep with shotguns. You don't want me for your enemy. So take the help.
I just don't think I can trust you.
Forget whatever happened last year. You've barely scratched the surface of this problem. Ghosts tend to be territorial about places where they were used like cattle and then tortured to death. They're funny that way. Arcadie's execution tore a hole into the land of the dead and unleashed every pissed-off convict that died in that place since 1931. I know you four think you actually accomplished something last year. But the truth is, they went back to sleep on their own. There was no one left for them to kill. That was, of course, until this. So now they're out again, but this time they want everybody dead. The only way to stop them permanently is to find the person or thing responsible for making that hole and break them. If you do that, every rot in this town will be immediately and violently evacuated back to the other side. But any living person not 20 miles out of town dies with them. No favorites, no exceptions. The girl, her parents, everyone will die. Instantly. You get it now? No second chances, and no room for your stupid prejudice.
I received a bonus continue. Get some nice machine gun here. Go with this. Alright, next level. See what we need to do here. Oh, great. An escort mission, my favorite. Literally what I was hoping for. I especially like escort missions when you don't even know what direction it is you're trying to go. Come on, girl. Let's go. Well, at least they're kind enough to tell me that part. I have no idea if this crossbow happens to be hurting this ghost. It looks like it. Okay. I found a survivor.
Leave me alone.
Is that a chainsaw?
There is a way through here. Just
Great. Okay. Problem solved. Why are there so many... Well, crap. girl seems to be having some pathing issues. I especially love it in my escort missions when the person I'm escorting can't even follow me. All right. Now what are you screaming about? Oh. I don't know what this is gonna do, so we won't do anything yet. I'm just gonna hope in the sequel they decide that the escort missions are not a good idea. What if one of the sequels has escort missions all throughout it and the other doesn't? And what if it's the PS2 one that has escort missions and the developers or publisher of this game just hated Sony for some reason and we're like, okay, fine, we'll make a PS2 version. In fact, we'll make it, you know, we'll give them their own exclusive version. It won't even be the same as the Xbox sequel. And then it's just nothing but escort missions. Look, Earl, you have way more health than I do. Look at your health bar compared to mine. I've been tanking all the damage here. What are you screaming about now? Another ghost, huh? Let's see what this does. I have no idea what it did. Like, I have two edges it shows me, but it doesn't tell me what they are, so... No idea. Everybody's become a zombie. You know, usually shotguns are capable of hitting multiple enemies because of their, spread. In fact, in theory, that's part of the reason you use a shotgun, is because you're likely to hit something because it doesn't require a lot of aiming. So the fact that I keep missing everything is quite frustrating. I'll be back in a minute. I need to get some freaking ammo. I too have been severely damaged, so what do you want me to do about it? If it wasn't an escort mission, I could just now make my way to the exit and we'd be good. But it is an escort mission, so now we have to wait for this shitty thing to follow us. Come on, girl. Walk more quickly. Just gotta outrun some freaking zombies. Should be easy. Great. Gargoyles. How are you still alive? I should note that there is 4-player co-op support in this game, so this probably would be less frustrating if there were 4 of me instead of just me. But the game does let you play by yourself, so one would expect... Where is she? Come on. Where is she now? No, we're not going to try again. This starts us back at the beginning. We're just not going to play this game anymore. Is what we're going to do. Escort mission. Fuck this game. Yep. Okay. Stop current emulation. Okay. Our current rankings. Where is my mouse? Why is my mouse not showing up suddenly? My mouse has disappeared. Let's close Dolphin. What is going on here? Gonna power off my mouse, then power it back on again. See if it decides it wants to actually show up on screen. Nope. That's very strange. And my mouse is just like physically disappeared from the screen. It's no longer on it. That's very strange. Well, we may have to take a short break after this for me to fix my mouse, but we don't need the mouse to rank the game. So, Hunter the Reckoning, the first of its name, is not very good. Let's start it by saying that. Hold on. Are you guys actually seeing this? Yes. It's very hard to... Alright, you know what? Change of plans. We're gonna stop streaming temporarily. We will be back in 5 minutes once I have managed to make my mouse physically appear again, because I cannot do this without a mouse. We'll be back. Okay, we should be back. Let me make sure that this is showing up on Twitch. Still showing as offline for some reason. Yet we are theoretically streaming. Let's go back to Twitch again. Let's reload this page again. There we go. Okay, we're back. All right. Sorry about that. I have no idea what happened there. My mouse just disappeared out of nowhere. But, where were we? We were ranking Hunter the Reckoning for the Nintendo GameCube. And our current rankings are right here. So, today, so far, we've had our second to last place ranked game, Godai, and our 12th place game, EOE. And the question is Hunter the Reckoning better than both of those? And I think the answer is emphatically yes. It's a little bit buggy, has some performance issues, and I think it, for something based on an RPG, it has virtually no progression system, no narrative decision making, no character building. So I think a lot of the elements of what would make this a true Hunter the Reckoning game just seem to be entirely missing. There at that end there, we saw a cutscene that brought some of the narrative elements that involve a gray moral compass come into play there with that bandaged fellow, but that it feels like there should be more of that. It feels like there should have been some sort of decision making I could make there about how to progress. And again, it feels like I should be able to have some sort of character progression element if I really wanted to call this a Hunter the Reckoning game. But ignoring the IP that it's based on and just rating it as an action game, I guess I would just say it just seems very simplistic, especially when you're not playing in co-op. Like, it's clearly meant to evoke a gauntlet style of gameplay, which is always significantly more enjoyable when you have more people playing it. So I don't want to knock it too heavily after just playing the single player portion of it, but it does allow for a single player mode of play. So, you know, we played it as intended, and it was not especially enjoyable. I think it's better than either Godai or EOE. I think it's better than the Bouncer, but I think I'm going to actually place it beneath Warriors of Might and Magic. So I think it's going to be our new number 11. Under the Reckoning. And we'll see. I don't remember if the sequels add some of those elements or not. I have played at least the Xbox version. I don't remember if I played the PS2 one ever, but I have played that Xbox sequel. The PS2 one's called, I believe, Wayward, and the Xbox One Redeemer. So we'll take a look at those. I believe they were released the following year, so we will be taking a look at those once we get through 2002. But we still have quite a bit more of 2002 to go. Speaking of which, let's move on to our next title, which the feed over to Launchbox here. I'm going to once again make sure everything is looking good because we had to reboot. Looking good so far. Okay, so we got through these first 3 games. Let's now move on to the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. This is based not just on The Two Towers, but also has elements from The Fellowship of the Ring, which there is no game based on the movie The Fellowship of the Ring. So there is I believe at the time, Vivendi owned the rights to the, just want to, again, making sure everything looks good before we continue. Oh yeah, we're actually not going to look right because I don't have this capturing like that. So let's do that. Okay, now it should look right. But EA purchased the rights to make games based on the movie specifically, and so these are what you're using, the actors and cutscenes from the movie.
Has changed. I feel it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air. Much that once was is lost, for none now live who remember it.
I never thought about it, but that's a strange thing for Galadriel to say, speaking that she's an immortal elf who has lived for...
It began with the forging of the great rings.
Almost all
3
of
were
existence.
given to the elves, immortal, wisest and fairest of all beings. 7 to the dwarf lords, great miners and craftsmen of the mountain halls. And 9 rings were gifted to the race of men who above all else desire power. For within these rings was bound the strength and will to govern each race. But they were all of them deceived, for another ring was made. In the land of Mordor, in the fires of Mount Doom, the Dark Lord Sauron forged in secret a master ring to control all others. And into this ring, he poured his cruelty, his malice, and his will to dominate all life. One ring to rule them all. One by one, the free lands of Middle-earth fell to the power of the ring. But there were some who resisted. A last alliance of men and elves marched against the armies of Mordor, and on the slopes of Mount Doom, they fought for the freedom of Middle-earth.
It's you know, one of the greatest sequences in movie history, like one of the best openings ever to a movie, period. But I assume everyone watching this has seen this plenty of times. This part is neat, though, where they switch into gameplay here. Just,
There are too many! You must defend!
I mean, I could defend, or I could just attack them, but...
Take this creature down with speed attacks!
That's what I'm doing.
Be gone, creature of shadow! The speed attacks will overcome this one.
Heavy attacks for those.
Use your fierce attack to destroy his shield!
Sorry, fierce attack. What am I saying? Because in Dynasty Warriors, fierce and a speed attack, not a heavy and a light attack. I have a secret. It is Dynasty Warriors. It is in fact actually Dynasty Warriors. It's not though. Actually, there are big battle sequences like this, but there are plenty of non-big battle sequences like this. Imagine if Koei had gotten the rights to do this, though, and our Lord of the Rings games were just Dynasty Warriors, but Middle-earth, and it was just called Middle-earth Warriors, and it involved heavy rock music as, you know, as Frodo slaughters thousands of orcs. See where I am in the midst of all this.
In this moment, when all hope had faded, that Isildur, son of the king, took up his father's sword.
I never thought how weird it was that this opens with Galadriel saying that no one remembers things when she remembers everything.
The ring passed to Isildur, who had this one chance to destroy evil forever. But the hearts of men are easily corrupted.
Destroy it!
No. I am Isildur's heir, not Isildur himself. My fate is my own. To Helm's Deep. Prego, go!
Like, I don't remember exactly when Galadriel was born, but she is definitely among the oldest living beings in Middle-earth. Like, and by a fairly wide margin, I'm pretty sure. Like, she predates, like, Elrond by many, many centuries. And I believe she even is older than Sauron. Like, she's very, very old.
All Isengard is emptied. It is an army bred for one purpose, to destroy the world of men. The Dark Lord draws near.
I'm pretty sure she was there when the initial, like, betrayal happened that caused the whole start of the war between the different Varnir.
Give us the ring,
Or Aesir? Is it Aesir or Varnir? I don't remember which are which. One are like the wizards, and the others are like the gods who are in charge of the wizards. But,
Frodo, keep away from them!
Help! They're everywhere!
So, I believe that odd visual effect where you're seeing the color banding is almost certainly an emulator issue. That's almost certainly not how it looked in the original version of the game, but...
Help me! Come help me! I'm dying.
Yeah, I hear it.
In the sanctuary of Rivendell, the smallest of us showed the greatest courage.
I will take it!
And a fellowship was forged.
I will take the ring to Mordor. I do not know the way.
I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins. As long as it is yours to bear.
Carry the fate of us all, little one. If by my life or death I can protect you, I will. You have my sword.
And you have my bow.
And my axe.
This is such a good movie. This was such an amazing adaptation. And this game's okay, but man, what a movie. What an amazing, amazing movie. XX triangle. That seems like something I'd probably hit. So let's use that. We'll just continue leveling him up. That's a lot of different moves.
So, Gandalf, you tried to lead them over Garadras. And if that fails, where then will you go?
To Moria.
This land has changed. We shall wait here until the path beyond appears safe.
We have had no word from Moria in many years.
There are orcs, many of them.
Oh, I guess that was a healing potion that I don't need. Hold on. Seems to be a chest in here. I don't know. Gimli, let me out. Gimli. Interesting. I can use the right stick as an attack as well.
Quickly! This way!
Is there a way I can use a bow? There we go. I feel like I need to back up a little to do this. Okay, success.
We could pass through the mines of Moria. My cousin Balin give us a royal welcome. Watch out!
You know, there are the people who try to argue that they messed up the Fellowship because they didn't include Tom Vanderbilt, and they didn't include the Brown Wizard and all that stuff. And like, you have to cut things when you're doing a movie adaptation. You can't have as many stories in a movie as you do in a book. That's just... And those stories, while interesting, and those characters, while good, were easily cut. And they made it a better movie. You know, a lot of the more complex lore that you get in Lord of the Rings that makes it so beloved among fantasy fans is... There's a lot of exposition and backstory in Tolkien, right? That's, I think, probably the primary complaint of people who don't like his work, is that so much of it is backstory. There's so much exposition there. You know, his later stuff is just pure exposition. Hell, there's no story. And so to... Who is shooting me from somewhere? Oh well, let's just move on. You know, so when doing it for a movie, you've got to tell a story. You can't spend your entire time going into lengthy exposition about different components of the universe. And, you know, that's fine. That's... Again, I think there were smart decisions made. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? Does it want me just to block? Okay. I've determined what it wants me to do at least now. Well, hopefully it'll let me just start right here. I think this element of having Sauron be represented by this flaming red eye is just a really brilliant idea that, you know, it's not, you know what, let's turn this here, turn this like here, and then, go back. Okay. Right, because Sauron's not actually a giant red eye, right? He's mind you, he's never described physically that I can recall in any of the books, but he is a physical being. He is not just an eye. That much I can say for certain. But he can sense all that is happening through the ring, and so the, you know, just this use of this visual motif of this eye and representing just how he knows all and all that stuff. It's just really smart.
Foul beast.
Oh, hello, Legolas.
This is the dawn of Durin, Lord of Moria.
Speak, friend, and enter.
Melon. We now have but one choice. We must face the long dark of Moria.
All right. Let's get this and this.
It was here that we would find far more than the tomb of Balin, Lord of Moria.
We have barred the gates, drums in the deep. We cannot get out. They are coming.
I'll take it!
Steel yourself!
They are too many!
I cannot fight them!
We're just having some trouble.
How can we stop them? Aragon!
I have to clarify something I said earlier before Lord of the Rings fans destroy me. I'm aware that Sauron is also a Vanir and is therefore, you know, was alive before the forming of the world. I meant in his physical form on Middle-earth. I don't know if he's older than Galadriel. Like, I'm aware that Gandalf and Sauron are immortal beings, and Saruman are all immortal beings that cannot technically die, but their mortal forms have existed for a set amount of time. And that is what I am referring to. not going to go well for me. Let's back up a little here. Don't have the health potions, do they? Yes. Great. There we go. I mean, they're really not.
Steel yourself! That's too many!
There are quite a few of them.
Dispatch with your bow.
Back to the shadow. Steel yourself!
They are too many!
I'll take it! How can we stop them? Hurry, Gimli!
Yes. It's went poorly for me again. By replay mission, do you mean replay the entire mission? Because if that's the case... I don't know about this.
Steel yourselves!
You know, a lot of people who are big fans of Lord of the Rings really dislike the Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War games because they're revisionist take on several of the characters and, you know, basically inventing whole cloth events that almost certainly do not fit in the actual timeline of Lord of the Rings. And I get that, but I also think that in creating for video games a culture for the orcs and delivering this complex orc society, it's maybe the most true any adaptation has been to the parts of the world of Middle-earth that Tolkien himself was passionate about. Like, for Tolkien, the stories were just there to give history to the cultures. Like, he was a cultural linguist, and so for him, the interesting part was in fact the culture of the different societies of the elves and of the orcs and of the dwarves and all that. And so I think maybe more than the characters in The Lord of the Rings, what he really was passionate about in creating Middle-earth were those societies, and it's why it's what he focused on for the vast majority of his life. You know, why are there not very many Lord of the Rings stories? Well, there are. They're just the stories are all basically historical documents because that's what he was interested in. He was not really interested in creating these character adventures. He was interested in creating these societies, and so I think he would have really loved what they did with the Mordor games. I think that they are. I think that's what he like. If he was still alive today and he knew what a video game was, then I think that is the type of game that would have appealed to him. I think that would have been something he would have thought was really cool. And so I think all the people who get upset that individual character stuff was changed ignores how well that game captures the core of what Tolkien loved about the world he created, which was these different societies and their different behaviors and different clans and all that stuff that is in, and a major focus of the Mordor games is, in my mind, what Tolkien loved about what he was doing. So I think he would have been very appreciative, I guess, is my point of that series and everything they did there. I think that the complaints about it are maybe less valid than some people who want these like pure adaptations of the story are willing to accept. Alrighty, I guess we can get more health. Alright, let's do one more level, and then we will call it a night.
Moria had been a dark journey for our fellowship.
Fly, you fools!
The quest stands upon the edge of a knife. Stray but a little, and it will fail.
But it would become darker still, for our fellowship was failing.
I would have gone with you to the end, into the
very fires of Mordor. Go, Frodo.
Run!
Frodo carries the...
We must defeat these Urukai for Frodo to escape.
Ow. You know, clearly it's not Dynasty Warriors. I only need to kill like 100 orcs here, not 1,000 orcs, so... I don't think they quite have the concept of large-scale battle down like Koei Tecmo. Stop throwing bombs at me. there a secret in here? I don't know what I'm getting when I destroy these chests, but, you know. Might as well do it. Run out of arrows isn't good.
Aragorn!
Hello, Legolas and Gimli.
Spread out! They must not surround us!
On his honor, you shall pay.
I got him. Fortunately, Boromir has fallen. My rating is good. So I could complete my level 2 things, or what does this do? I can get even more hell. I mean, we're never going to play this again. So this really is inconsequential. But, you know, I feel like we should complete the level 2 purchases before moving on to level 4. And then we'll go with that. Okay. Sure, why not? Alright. Now we could go on to Fanghorn Forest, and then here's all our remaining stuff, which is all in Helm's Deep. And then there's a whole bunch of secret missions. As well. Yeah, I've already unlocked these. You know, and again, you can play as Legolas and Gimli as well. But we are not going to do that. We are going to call it there. So that is the next 4 games from the year 2002. EOE, Eve of Extinction, Godai, Elemental Force, Hunt of the Reckoning, and Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. It is now on us to rank Lord of the Rings, Two Towers alongside the other games we played. And I would say, like I said at the start, I think this is a fairly mediocre game. There's virtually no exploration element. You just are going from one scene to the next and playing through it, which it's not the worst. Like, there's been significantly worse games based on movies that exist. And one day maybe we'll look at all that. But we're not comparing it to other movie games here. We're comparing it to other action games. And I think the action is, like I said, it's mediocre. It's not amazing, but it is not as bad as, let's say, anything from position 10 down here. But I don't think it's, for example, as good as anything from, let's say, 7 Blades up. So I think it's sitting somewhere in the realm of position 7 through 10 here. So the question is it better than Warriors of Might and Magic? I think Warriors of Might and Magic, it obviously doesn't look as good, run as good, have as interesting of visual elements, but it is far more in-depth in its RPG mechanics and exploration. I think, I think that's a tough call. I think we're going to put it one above Warriors of Might and Magic. I don't think it's going to go above Rune, but I think we can call it better than Warriors of Might and Magic, but just barely. So, here is our current list, 17 games in. We have Maximo, Ghost to Glory, Devil May Cry, and Onimusha retaining their top position today. Oni retains his bottom position, but Godai slots in at second to last, with Blade 2 being right above it. So, not great entries today. The highest ranking is that Lord of the Rings game, and we have EOE, Godai, and Hunter the Reckoning as well, which, yeah, largely make up the bottom part of this list, unfortunately. So, not a great day. Next time around, though, we should be getting some much better results. We have The Mark of Kree from Sony themselves. We have Mystic Heroes, which is a Warriors game from Koei that was not called Warriors on this GameCube release in the US, but is a Warriors game. We have Onimusha 2, which, spoiler alert, this is the PlayStation 2 version because there is only a PlayStation 2 version, which means it's time for tank controls. So I don't think this is going to end up ranking as highly as Onimusha 1, unfortunately, due to that. So, but still almost certainly going to be higher than any of the non-Capcom games on this list, but we'll find out. And then Project Arms from Bandai, which also, spoiler alert, is not very good. So that one's probably not going to be very high ranked, but the other three, assuming we get through all three of these, or four of these, we probably won't. We'll probably just get through these three. We'll see how far in Onimusha 2 we decide to go. And then we have a handful of other titles of mixed quality for the back half of the 2002 lineup before we move on to 2003. So, my expectation is nothing is going to be knocking the top three from their spot out of these remaining, 10-ish or so games that we have left. But we will find out. Some of these I have either never played or not played in a very long time, so we'll determine when we get there whether or not, I would say, if anything was, it's going to be one of these three. I have not played them in a long ass time. So we'll see how these three titles hold up. Way of the Samurai is going to be interesting, but I think Way of the Samurai 2 is going to be more where it's at for us. And Raging Blades is... I'm pretty sure Raging Blades must be an arcade port. I'm honestly not super familiar with the story behind it, but I did test it out because I'd never played it before, and feels very much like an arcade game. So, like I said, we'll take a look at all of these. Tomorrow we are going to do an episode of the Boomer Shooter Showdown, of course, so we will be getting back to these on Friday, which we will be doing this week to replace our Lost Tuesday show. So we will be back on Friday, like I said, with Mark of Kree, and we'll go through either all four of these games or as many of them as we can get to. And yep, that's our plan for the week. Thank you all for the time you have spent here today. Here's what this has rated on Launchbox. This doesn't feel like actually changing its... There it goes. 4.3. That's very high. I think that's way too high for this. 4 for Hunter the Reckoning. That's also way too high. And 3.8. I mean, I feel vindicated in that their rankings among Launchbox users follows my own, with Lord of the Rings followed by the Hunter, followed by Godai, and Eve of Extinction had no ratings, so unfortunately the rating now is 2. I guess my apologies there, but yeah, 4.3 seems exceptionally high for what we just played. Mark of Kree is 4.1, Mystic Heroes 4.4, Onimusha 2 4.2, and Project Arms is 4.0. These are all extremely, extremely high rankings for this. I don't think I'd rank any game here above a 4-star. But what does State of Emergency got? State of Emergency, which is arguably going to be one of the better ones, is only 3.8. Shinobi also 3.8. Rygar is unranked. Way of the Samurai, also 3.8. Raging Blades, also 3.8. Okay, well, we'll see what we determine ourselves. In theory, we've already played the best game from 2002 in Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. But we'll see how that ends up holding up in the end. But until next time, everyone, we will see you tomorrow for a Boomer Shooter Showdown, and then we will return with more slashing and hacking and brawling on Friday. And these will again be going up on YouTube eventually. If you are watching this on YouTube, thank you for doing that. If you want to watch the newest episodes of this, the Boomer Shooter Showdown, as well as the latest history of episodes that are not archived on YouTube, then make sure to check out my Twitch channel. It is the same as this here YouTube channel, Soulless Grim Welder. And if you are watching this either live or archived on Twitch, and you wish to watch previous episodes that Twitch has deleted, you can find those on YouTube. Again, Soulless Grim Welder is the name of the channel. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow.